Stop. Before you go, I need you to sit here and listen for just a moment. I know the chapters are there. I know they're tempting. You're ready to go skip ahead and just learn. But listen, there's a progression order to this game. So if you're in badges, if you're still doing your Kakera badges, just go watch badges, obviously. But if you are in Kakera, if you have all the badges, I recommend you go watch progression first, so the last part of the video, and watch Path A and Path B, and then go watch Kakera Tower and Kakera Release, and then make your decision based on what you see. So, just a disclaimer, I think spending your Kakera has to be done a specific way, and this is how. So, here we go. How to spend Kakera like a pro. I'm not that. There we go. So, our contents for this are going to be badges, the Kakera Tower, the Kakera Loots, and progression. Why? Because there's a way to do it. Spending your Kakera is very orderly. Spheres, you could do it however you want. Really, you could go buy perk 10 100 times or 300 times or whatever, or you could spend all your spheres on getting better chances. But Kakera is very different. And first is badges. The first 10 badges you get are very important. What you want to do is you want to get Bronze 2, Silver 2, and Gold 2 in any order. Doesn't matter. Why you're doing this is because you want to unlock a Ruby 4. Why Ruby 4? Ruby 4 makes all badges levels cost minus 25%. So, it will take you about 82,000 Kakera total to get Ruby 4. So, to get Bronze 2, Silver 2, Gold 2, Ruby 4. So, that's your goal. Bronze 2, Silver 2, Gold 2, Ruby 4. It's cost you 82,000 Kakera, but you're going to save 73,000 Kakera overall. So really, overall getting all the badges, you're going to spend 73,000. So if you don't do this, it's not 301,000 Kakera, but 374,000 Kakera. So you're saving a lot by just doing it like that. It's the cheapest way. It's the best way. Going to like 2 perk 4s or whatever, like bronze 4 and silver 4 is not less than just getting gold 2, silver 2, bronze 2. So it's very simple. Bronze 2, silver 2, gold 2, ruby 4. Simple. That's how you want to do it. And then afterwards, for your other 18 badges, my recommendation is to go full sapphire, which is, again, you get 1 roll, so you have about 4 more rolls. And as you can see, the blue Kakeras are replaced by yellow Kakeras for your rolls. Yellow Kakeras are usually about 500, 400, 500, 600 Kakera-ish. In that range, 400, 600 Kakera. Really good, honestly. My most reacts is yellow Kakera. I think I have over 3,000 reacts, probably way more than that. But it's always good. Yellow Kakera has always been solid, and I recommend you do Sapphire 4. Secondly, I would get Gold 4. React power is very, very important, and the DK returning all your power once it's at Gold 4, another very important thing. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but every single badge has once you hit level 4, has a special perk. If you want to see that, go to do $Kakera reward. And if you already bought badges, you could use $Kakera refund. And if you're a mod, or you could just ask a mod in your server to do so. I'm sure they would. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. Be like, hey, dude, can you just reset my Kakera? I want to buy other badges. It's like, unless they're a little bit of an ass, I'm sure they'll do it. It sounds reasonable to me. I asked a mod in one of my servers. I got it. It's very reasonable to ask for it. Don't be afraid to ask. But if you're curious about the other perk 4 things, I'm going to explain them momentarily. But do $Kakera reward on Mudae and you'll see. But as you can see, gold 4, I've already listed it. The DK returns all your power. Bronze, you get a wish list per level. And at bronze 4, claiming your wish gives you 500 extra Kakera. Silver 4, plus 25 wish percent. So 25% wish chance. So 25% more chance for a wish per level. And if someone else claims your wish, you'll get 200 Kakera for that. And then for number 4, so for number 5, Emerald and Diamond. I think Emerald is cheaper, and you get an RT. An RT is an extra claim reset, so by default every 50 hours. Emerald 2, 3, and 4 decrease it by 10 hours. So for a total of minus 30 hours. And at level 4, it gives the Kakera value of each character you claim. So say I claim Hashine Miku and she's worth 1,000 Kakera, the game will also give me 1,000 Kakera on top of my claim. Or you can go Diamond 4 and get Oro Spheres, which is honestly such a solid route. It's for later game or even just early game. Once you have 10 keys on a character, Oro Sphere, Oro Sphere Kakera farming is so overpowered that honestly I think Diamond 4 is kind of more worth than Emerald 4. I said it. I said it, man. So I think honestly Diamond 4-5 and then Emerald 4-6. I think that's better. But honestly, it's really up to excuse me. It's up to you on what you do. I'm not gonna give you a direct answer, but in my opinion, Sapphire 4, Gold 4, Bronze 4, Silver 4, Diamond 4, Emerald 4. After of course getting Bronze 2, Silver 2, Gold 2, Ruby 4. Kakera Tower. So next we're doing the Kakera Tower. You get to it by doing $KT. Again, for badges, you just do $K. But for Kakera Towers, $KT. It's a tower which goes infinitely. So how it works is your first tower has 12 floors. And each floor is the first floor is gonna be 5,000 Kakera, and then the second floor is gonna be 10,000. So it adds 5,000 for every floor you buy. There's 12 floors per tower, and there's up to I think 100. I believe there is 100 towers. I believe that's where the game maxes out. But at like tower 75, the scaling jumps like 30-fold or something. So it goes from like 1 million per floor to like 30 million per floor. It becomes an absurd number at like tower 25. But there's 12 floors per plot. There's 12 floors per tower. Once you build all 12 floors for one tower, you move on to the next tower. So the 12 perks are simple. Perk 1, you get 2 wishlist slots. That's for every single tower. So from tower 1 to 100, plus 2 wishlist slots. Perk 2 is you increase your Star Wish spawn chance. The first tower is 50%. It decreases each time. So the second tower is 25%. The third's 20. The fourth 16. The fifth is another. And then eventually it just hits 1% and it'll go indefinitely. That's around tower 14. At tower 13, I know it's 2%. So tower 14, tower 15, you're hitting your 1%. And that's going to go indefinitely. So all the way to tower 100. Perk 3 is more so if you're in Game of 1, it's more disable list slots. Game of 2, less characters in your pool, so your limb rule. This is an indefinite and decreasing each time. Not decreasing each time, but decreases after the first time, and then it's kind of a very low amount the rest of the time. Perk 4 is a second key spawn chance. The first tower is 10%. All subsequents are 5% until you hit 100% chance. So it's a 100% chance to get a second key. Afterwards, a 1% chance indefinitely. You hit that around 18. 18, you'll hit your 100% chance to get a second key. And 19 forward will be a 1% chance for a third key. Perk 5 is unveil random OH buttons. Tower 1, it's 2 buttons. Towers 2, it's tower 2 to 8, it's 1 button. Tower 9, it changes to an indefinite 0.5 chance to get double spheres from a button. So that will go indefinitely to tower 100. Perk 6 is it has different benefits. So tower 1, 30 spheres on claim. So claiming a character will give you 30 extra spheres. Tower 2, 30 spheres on DK. So when you do your DK, you get 30 spheres. Tower 3, 20 spheres on Bronze 4, or a wish claim. So you pull your wish, you'll get 20 spheres from having the Tower 3 Perk 6. Towers 4 to 10, you get plus 2 spheres on rolls. So every time you do $ rolls, you'll get 2 spheres from 4 to 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I don't know, about 18. About 18. And then at tower 11 and to indefinite, so tower 11 to tower 100, you get 1 sphere for roll. So you get about every roll at tower like 100. Again, that's a really high number. But if you do hit that number, it's going to be like 100 spheres per roll, which is pretty good, honestly. You get to do one every hour. Pretty good. But I doubt you're going to hit tower 100 anytime soon. No offense. I'm on tower 3. Well, I'm past tower 3, which I'm going to explain why. But I'm not that high, man. And I'm almost at 10 million Kakera. Like, ugh. Yeah, it's very hard to get good to do the KT. This is the longest grind you'll probably ever do. But for the initial towers, most of this stuff is pretty decent. We'll continue here for perk 7. This is the max Kakera base tower. It decreases every tower down to 1% at tower 25. 75 was indefinite. But you just get more Kakera react power. So, say, I think after gold, you're sitting, after getting gold 4, you're sitting at about, and ruby 4. Somewhere in ruby, you also lose react power. So, but actually, no, this is total react power. So you're sitting at 100%. Wait, what's happening? Max Kakera base power. Oh, no. Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm wrong. Okay, no. So base, you're at 100%. And then the more you buy perk 7, the more like percentage you have. So you could have up to say 130%. So say like my reacts take 9%. At 100, you're now at 91%. Where if you're at 130, you're at 121%. So again, when you look at Mudae, you'll get what it is. React power is minus 10% react power total at tower 4. Up to up to 10% minus 10% react power per Kakera. It maxes at tower 4. And from tower 5 to indefinitely, red and rainbow Kakera get plus 50 base Kakera per tower. So how that works is, so there's another command which you could do, which you sacrifice rolls, and by doing so, you get a percentage of more Kakera per reaction. So, for example, say I sacrifice 2 rolls. I don't know the exact number, but say I'll get like 12% more Kakera. That's not the real number, but we're gonna use that as an example. So I'll get 250 extra. So say a red, I'm gonna get 170 1750, and then with the multiplier I have from sacrificing my rolls, I'll get 12% more of that number. Perk 9 is Kakera gained from characters with 6 or more keys, as I explained in my last video. There's a limit. So your base limit is 4,500. This can be increased with the Kakera Tower. It's 500 per level per 3 hours. So it goes up to about, for the plus 500, it goes up to about 10k plus at the 11th tower. No, at the 11th tower. Yeah, after the 11th tower. So that's about 10. You're about 10k per 3 hours, and then after the 11th tower is plus 100, and then it becomes indefinite plus 50 at the 21st tower. And perk 10, light Kakeras give 1 plus Kakera thing. So whenever you hit a light Kakera, you might notice how it's like you get 3 to 4 random Kakeras. This will give you an extra. So you get up to plus 10 max, so it's up to plus 13 to 14 Kakeras per light Kakera, which is really good. Honestly, light Kakeras, very good. And then at tower 10 or after tower 10, it replaces -1 for the rarity of each reward from Chaos Kakera indefinitely. So Chaos Kakera, whenever, if you ever clicked it, you might notice you'll get like a KL, you might get some spheres, you might get extra Kakera. This will basically make it so it's the rarity on the higher rewards is less, so you're more likely to get them for every react you do on a Chaos Kakera. Last perks here, perk 11, you get plus 1 roll per hour. That maxes out plus 10 rolls. Afterward, it's replaced with plus 30 Kakera earned from bronze 4 and silver 4. That is increased to plus 40 at tower 31 and plus 50 at tower 50, and continuing indefinitely. And perk 12, the first tower unlocks $sign color LL. The second tower unlocks $sign color L. And from towers 3 to 10, you get plus 165 base Kakera for the Chaos Kakera. So again, like the rainbow and the red Kakera from before, it's before the multiplier. And then plus 10, tower 10 to indefinite is plus 3 base Kakera for Chaos Kakera. So the Kakera Tower priorities. If you're in the claim phase, I'd recommend perk 1, 2, and 11, any order really. If you're Kakera maxing, perk 7, 8, and 9 prioritized, I would do it in that order specifically. Then I would say go to like perks 10, 12. If you're tower 3, 12 if you're tower 3 and 4. Realistically, perks 7, 8, and 9 are the best. But this is like overall, realistically, 7, 8, 9 are the best. If you're sphere maxing, I'd say perk 5 and 6, just cause. Your last priorities are perk 12 in tower 1 and 2, perk 3 and perk 4. And the ideal order, I would say, honestly, even if you're claim maxing or whatever, realistically, you want to go perk 8, 7, 9, 5, 11, 2, 1, 6, 10, 12 if you're plus tower 3. If you're not, 4, 3, 12. But if you are, 12, 4, 3. You can see it on the screen here. This is the order I would go for every tower. Every tower I do, I always do these perks in order like that. That's what I would recommend. Kakera loots. All right. So Kakera loots is essentially a loot crate from any popular game with RNG loot. So you don't want to buy KLs at all, honestly. There's a certain point that you reach that you buy KLs. You can look at it in progression, but I do mention it at some point here. So stick around or head to progression and then come back if you want an in-depth explanation. But if not, we'll stick around. Let's do this quickly. So before you're ever buying your first KL, you have to max quality and quantity. Each go up to a level 100. Quality gives you better drops. Quantity gives you double drops at max. If you want to do loots, you can destroy your Kakera tower around halfway of tower 3. So once you're in tower 3, I'd say you've bought at least 6 or 7, 6, 7 perks. Then you could do $ destroy, you'll get all your Kakera, and then you could buy quality 100, quantity 100. That's an option, a path. We're going to explore that in progression a little later. But for now, that's if you do not do Kakera loots until you have quality and quantity 100. The more loots you do, the rarer the drops become. Around 1,000 become rarer, 2,500 to become rarer, and so on. The more Kakeras you do, the rarer they become, and that's why you want to max quality and quantity. Because if it's very common for me to get an extra permanent roll, which you're going to see the rewards in a sec, but a permanent roll is one. But say I don't have max quality and or quantity. So, for one, I'm at worse odds of getting the perma roll. But even if I do get the perma roll, I won't get 2 perma rolls. At max quantity, you'll get 2 perma rolls. But without max quantity, you're gonna get 1, and if you're maybe 50%, maybe you'll get 2 if you're lucky. But you want to max it to 100 to always guarantee the better rewards early on, as well as the double rewards early on. Kakera loots. So you can do $LK. You can see what you have from Kakera loots. The Kakera drops are very simple. You can get Kakera at max quantity. It's from plus 200 to the much rarer plus 84,000. This is a much rarer. I've never hit this amount, but it is possible to hit that much Kakera from one loot. That's absurd. But from a majority of loots I do get a good amount of back. I would do about 100k when I was doing Kakera loots, and I get about 40k back ish. The next is stacked rolls. They're just extra rolls. They don't have the $BK and BW, which is bonus wish percentages and bonus Kakera. Those won't apply to your stacked rolls, but it's still an extra 20 rolls you could use per hour. Again, you have to get these from doing Kakera loots. Again, you can do $LK to check if you have any. And they get worse as you go. So if you've done no KLs, you get 2. If you've done 500 KLs, you get 1.4. And if you've done 1,000 plus, it's 0.8 indefinitely. RT cooldown reduction. So on top of the minus 30 hours you could get from maxing Emerald, you get another minus 15 hours from the Kakera loots. This gets your RT to a maximum of 15 hours. This is the max it is currently. They might add something to go lower, but for now, the max that you could have is a 5-hour cooldown. You get this around 3,600 KLs, all with max quantity. So approximately 3,600, and again, that is 3.6 million Kakera. It's a lot. It's honestly, to do KLs in the beginning, you need about 3.6 just to get quality and quantity max, and you need another 3.6 to even go back to Kakera Tower. So Kakera loots give you a variety of drops. Again, I mentioned it again. You get more Disable List or less Limb Rule Pool, depending if you're Gamer 1 or Gamer 2. You get Perma Rolls at max quantity, that's 2. Same for Felicious, you get 2. Wish Protection. Wish Protection is a passive So it gives you just a probability of getting an extra wish. So it's separate from your actual wish percentage. You get 2 levels per wish percentage you get at max quality and quantity. No, not I wrote quality here, but I meant quantity. Same for this one. And at max quantity, you get 2 levels, and at 4,200 levels, you hit your max probability limit was 1 in 500. It will keep going, but it will never go lower from 1 in 500. And lastly is Muda pins. When you DK, each Muda pin is 1 plus Kakera. It goes up to plus 2,000 something at max pins. So I have 1,000 pins. I do a $sign DK. I do $sign DK. I'll get my 160 default. Plus, I'll get an extra like 1,000 since I have a 1,000 pins. Which again, passive Kakera, always good. That's a daily command you can do. The last two things are star branches. Every 5 branches is 1 star wish. And the BQ reset percentage. You get more percent chance for BQ reset on Star Wish. So every time you get that, at max quantity, it's about 12% ish, and it could go indefinite. I have mine about 50. I want to get to 100, so obviously I can always guarantee whenever I get a Star Wish, I can guarantee I get my extra Kakera. And around 400, you can guarantee a double reset by getting 2 Star Wishes. But this is an indefinite thing. The more Kakera loots you do, the higher we'll go. So here's progression. So path 1 is the path I did. This is old Mudae without spheres. So this is what used to be the best route, was you max your badges, again doing the ruby, sapphire, like all the methods I taught you before. You build KT only, you don't ever do KLs until you get to this point where path A happens, where you destroy your KT max tower 3, you max quality and quantity, and you do KLs until your RT is 5 hours. So again, that's going to take you 3,600 KLs. That's about 7 million Kakar to do all this. The benefits are you get more wish list slots and rolls for less than you would for KT, an RT every 5 hours, more Star Wishes and BKU chance, more DK Kakara, Wish Protect, and a ton of stacked rolls. The second path you can go is you keep building your KT instead of destroying it. The benefits are pretty good, honestly. By the time one has the 5-hour RT, you're on Tower 5 Perk 2 about. So you could do the calculations. I didn't, but if you want to, you can. I would honestly recommend going on the Mudae wiki. It's very useful. I use it all the time. And you can go look at the KT and you can look at all the progression there. You get guaranteed benefits like wishlists and rolls. Again, quality and quantity, you're still gonna get way more, honestly. By doing 3,600, I'm at a lot more than I have gotten from KT, but it's still kind of it does guarantee it. But the reason you want to do KT is again for the more react power and the less react power needed. So the more react power minus the more react power needed for react. Honestly, can't stress that enough, especially with spheres and the perks that they've introduced. I even think KT's better just because of the react power you can get. And again, you get more Kakera per hour for BKU, which again is always good. The Kakera, Chaos Kakera will give you about 600 at per Tower 5. And the Light Kakera, you get plus 5 Kakeras. Again, this is both your choices. But honestly, for the react power, if you have a lot of spheres already, I would definitely, and you have a lot of spheres, you have guaranteed chances, you have a ton of characters with a bunch of keys, and you're getting a ton of Kakera from the extra 4 reacts. I would do this. Honestly, I would do KT. But at the same time, KL is really good at the same, just for the wishlist slots, the rolls, the star wishes, and the BKU chance. So honestly, it's up to you. Personally, I've seen a lot of people say that KT is much better with the Orospheres, but at the same time, I also see why KLs are really good because they do get you pretty stacked pretty quickly for what you would pay. The equivalent of this is much less. Anyways, that's all I had for you guys today. I want to thank you guys all for watching, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I hope I explained this very well. And I hope that the 2 people who commented last time have gotten their answers from this video. Anyways, I want to thank you guys all again for watching very much. If any feedback you have, please do comment down below. Once again, I'm going to keep restating it because I'm a broken radio. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See ya. Stop recording.